Just in time for Halloween, Mighty Coconut are releasing a much-requested seasonal favourite Haunted House DLC, which will be an immediate purchase for many, but in case you've not yet made up your mind, this is why you should buy Widow's Walkabout. Not only has this course been widely requested, but it's also a genre with a lot of expectation and influence. So to understand the approach taken, I spoke with Senior Art Director Don Carson about the Walkabout take on the Haunted House concept.
A lot of people have said that the haunted course was something they really wanted to see, and so we're hoping we're delivering on that. I personally am not a huge fan of jump scares or lots of gore. The house is more haunted than necessarily the contents of the house. And so that was my early leaning as I was doing the initial concept design. There's a lot of influences, certainly from films that we've loved, and references to everything from Disney's Haunted Mansion to Guillermo del Toro's wonderful interpretation of haunted houses to classic films.
What this produces is a highly detailed relic of a Victorian mansion, now weathered and haunted, poised on the edge of a cliff overlooking a distant lighthouse. The fuller story of the home and its occupants are told through the clues in the fox hunt, which happens to be one of my favourite set of puzzles so far. As a stark contrast to the previous DLC Alfheim, Widow's Walkabout is a darker, more enclosed, yet fully flowing house which can be explored freely or by letting the sequence of holes guide you. This delivers another incredible work of concept art to explore, but with the added dynamic of the odd frightening encounter. If you're not so keen on this element, the settings menu now offers the option to enjoy the course without having to fear the giant spiders. This allows those of you without a taste for the terrifying to still enjoy the course as another DLC and hopefully even find fun in the phantoms. As Don reassured,
we hope it tickles the fancy of anybody who wants to be spooked or have an eerie environment to hang out. And we're hoping that we're creating an environment that becomes the context for people to hang out, have a good laugh, enjoy each other's company, and play a friendly round of miniature golf.
The house setting and its various vacated rooms provide a number of smaller scenes, each with their own twist on the genre. This allows for changes in mood and setting as you work your way around and subsequently up the house, while bringing life to the building and its former occupants.
Most importantly, we wanted everybody in the team to be able to create their own representation of what a haunted house might include, and in that process, that probably makes it the most walkabout version of a haunted house that we could come up with.
The smaller space doesn't come at the cost of detail, with furniture, props, ghostly occurrences and bespoke artwork littered throughout, all supporting the classic design aesthetic.
I am a big Victorian era fan. I guess I just love a house to be jam-packed full of interesting objects and details. As far as I'm concerned, if you can tell what color the walls are, then you don't have enough stuff on them.
There are also more Easter eggs and references to other courses than in any other map. And knowing Mighty Coconut, there are probably even subtle references to future courses buried in amongst the items. Oh, and of course, someone in the team has thrown in more dead bodies than you can shake a cross at. I do wonder who hurt Edward. The night course takes a bold creative turn by going fully black and white, and I asked Don to explain the thinking behind this.
Going black and white with the hard version of the course was originally championed by Edward during the modeling refinement. It is a noir twist that we feel is our own love letter to those classic haunted house films of the past. Hauntings where you never actually saw the ghosts, but everything was implied.
As with all hard courses, the choice of lighting style is what makes the map shine. No pun intended. And for Widows, this is supplied by the eerie swelling wash of the lighthouse beam, coupled with the quintessentially spooky lightning. The result of these are a host of scenes and views that make you feel like you are sat in a beautifully framed classic horror film with clear Hitchcock influences. Chris Raymond's score complements this perfectly, with a blend of modern theremin wails and classic organ chords. From a playing perspective, this is undeniably difficult, with fewer clear lines and a handful of new mechanics to contend with. These include moving mounds of ground, a poltergeist push force, moving hole boundaries, moving holes, moving obstacles, slicing blades, and the familiar wind mechanic returning from Quixote. The combination and variation of mechanics makes for a mixed bag of skills required to truly conquer Widow's Walkabout, so it will be a good course for adapting your putting skills to a host of external forces. The holes are a challenge, but more so when you're going for greater gains, so the casual player should still be able to find some relatively safe lines, while the pros will be tempted into bigger risks with bigger consequences. In summary, if you've been keenly awaiting the haunted house theme, then you'll love Walkabout's take on it, as it hits many of the high notes you'd hope for from this genre. If you're looking to be spooked, then there is a tasteful dose of goosebump-inducing occurrences. However, if that's not for you, the settings changes and typically light-hearted Walkabout touches allow for this to be another great place to explore, enjoy, and return to. There's just so much detail to uncover that you'll be finding new touches, references, and even bodies weeks and months into owning Widows. Pair that up with another custom putter, a character-rich fox hunt, 18 themed Lost Balls, and a selection of new avatar options, all mean that this is another DLC well worth the low cost point. I do hope you enjoy Widow's Walkabout as much as I have. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you've liked the review, please also like the video and be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you want to know about future content on the channel. Thanks again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you out on the course.